All right, welcome back to another recording of Terrestrial Nomad, the podcast. Well, I'm glad that you guys have joined me today. It's been quite a long time since I've spoken to you, and that makes me sad. I don't know what I've been doing, I don't know why I haven't been recording. I've been making a lot of excuses, but I have been hiking, so I've also been taking some time off, which I'll get to in one moment. I'm also going to apologize for any outside noise or distractions that may happen. I am on my way to light a jacuzzi right now. I'm up on a ridge, somewhere, in Granite Chief Wilderness. That's where I am. It's been a great day today. Stopped here at lunch along this ridge. It's a little windy. It's a little foggy. But it's not raining and it's not hailing, so I'm a happy camper, happy hiker. I'm just going to let the wind run through real quick and just see what my levels look like. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. Just heard two hikers coming through, so I also wanted to just pause it and say hello to them. Two German women. I'm not sure if they were on the PCT or not, but they were just passing through here. Let's see. Where do I start? The last time I recorded, I believe, was in Tuolumne Meadows, which is a solid 250 miles from here. So it's been a while. I actually got off at Sonora Pass, which was about a week after Tuolumne Meadows. I was hiking with most of the crew still. Hero and Shepard, Tio, Fancy, and me and Tejas had still continued to hike together. So that was a lot of fun, just being with the group and hanging out. So my original plan, or the plan really, not original, but was to get off at Sonora Pass, have my brother pick me up, go back to San Francisco. Pardon me, I know this is bad. This is bad podcasting, but I'm just trying to get my jacuzzi relit here and make sure I just wanted to have this this is just a casual conversation, It's been a little while since I've done a one-on-one, so I wanted to make it seem like you were actually hanging out with me. So, you didn't see, but I just handed you to the jacuzzi to hit and then pass back to me. So, do you see what we're doing here? We're hanging out. This is informal, so if you have a problem with it, turn it off. Go to another podcast, because I will not change. I'm just joking. So anyways, I got off at Sonora Pass, which was about a week after Tuolumne Meadows, said goodbye to everybody. I had made plans to meet back up, skip up to Tahoe, Echo Lakes in Desolation Wilderness, and meet back up with Tejas and start hiking with her, and then we were going to see who in the Chill Hard tribe was around and meet up with them. And I got off at Sonora Pass. The hike was amazing up there, had a lot of fun, just hanging out with everybody. My brother came to pick me up all the way from San Francisco, got a ride back to Oakland, and I spent the night at my brother's house, went back up to work, hung out with some work friends, bought some new weed at the dispensaries, got to do all the stuff that I used to kind of do on the weekends in San Francisco, just kind of hung out and lounged around. It was just nice getting to see everybody again and kind of just having a little break off. But I was kind of hit in the face with the city and all the people and all the cars and traffic. And sorry, had to pause again. Another hiker just went through, and I sort of still feel weird about talking to myself in this little box. So anyways, I was back in San Francisco, and I was hanging out with friends and, you know, kind of living it up like I was just like I never left or anything. So it was really good to just see everyone, take the break. And then after 4 or 5 days, I think my brother picked me up on a Sunday, and then on Wednesday, I headed out with some of my friends to go to High Sierra Music Festival. So my good friend Becca had already bought tickets for me before the trail even started. She had bought them for me, so I was kind of already knew that this was coming up, and it was in Quincy, and I really thought that I was actually going to be in Quincy or past Quincy by the time July 4th rolled around. So we kind of just hung out for a bit. We left Wednesday, loaded the car up, and probably about a good 6 or 7 of us took some cars over, got to High Sierra, camped out the first night in the parking lot, met up with more friends from San Francisco Bay Area, and then some of Becca's East Coast friends. And that was really cool. And I don't know if you're familiar with High Sierra, but it is a amazing music festival. It's kind of small. I think it's getting bigger. I just had a blast. 4 days of just music and drugs and drinking and being with your friends. And, oh man, I had a really great time. And just the music was so amazing. It was so much fun. I think that ended on Monday. I got a ride back with some friends in the group to Truckee, and then I hitchhiked down from Truckee to South Lake Tahoe. And I actually wasn't sure if I was going to end up meeting up with Tejas or not, because, that break apart from hiking with Tejas and then coming back to San Francisco to see some of my friends and meet back up with some people, I was kind of questioning about I was kind of questioning like the trail romance situation that I had kind of got myself into, and I really love Tejas, and she's a beautiful person. So she had been on my mind a lot, and I was really glad to start hiking with her again in Tahoe. I was able to crash at her friend's house, so we hung out, took a zero in Tahoe, and then got back on the trail. I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday, July 6th, I think, maybe 7th. It might even been the 8th, I don't know. And we got started back on the 8th. And it was pretty good, and I just was sort of questioning everything, and it was just nice to just pick up like nothing had happened and kind of started hiking with her again. And then we only made it 5 miles into Desolation because of the rain and hail, and got stuck up, and we both wanted to go to Lake of the Woods because last year I did a volunteer service with the U.S. Forest Service. Volunteer service? I did a season of volunteering with the U.S. Forest Service in Desolation Wilderness, and Lake of the Woods was my adopted lake, so that was kind of like my old stomping grounds, and it was really cool that she wanted to go too. So 5 miles in, we picked a good campsite and just kind of chilled out there for a bit, and it was really nice. We set up camp at 1, and we just fell asleep and napped and hung out, and just, I think my body really just needed all that sleep from the last 10 days that I was off trail, which is my new record. And we were kind of just sort of getting back into the rhythm of things and talking and things, and everything seemed to be going good, but I really had something going on in the back of my mind, and I don't know if now is the time. Well, this has been 2 days later. Than the next day, yesterday, we hiked 23 miles or 22 miles out of Desolation and into a new area. And I kind of was thinking that maybe the trail romance thing isn't for me. I kind of feel like I need to reclaim my identity and sort of just hike my own hike, really. And there's no drama really between us, or there's nothing that really happened it's just been something that's been in the back of my mind. And, I don't know. I believe we'll meet up in the future and we'll still see each other. I mean, we camped together this morning, so it's not like we've split ways fully, but there's something in the back of my mind that's saying, just hike your own hike, bud, and do your own thing. So it was cool. We did get to spend the day with Oso and Hatchet. So that was cool, just having some company, and it kind of made me realize too that like I miss the Chill Hard tribe, and I do want to catch up with them, and I also just kind of want to do my own thing when I'm hiking, and get back into that rhythm and see what that's like. So there's no real drama or anything, and there's no real problems. It's just me kind of wanting to do my own thing again. So this morning I kind of broke camp about an hour before everybody, and I pretty much hoofed it up a couple mountains, and I don't know, put a little bit of distance in between us, and I'm hoping that I can kind of stay out ahead today and maybe camp alone tonight and kind of do my own thing for the next couple days into Sierra City. And I've really been enjoying this hike today and yesterday, and it's been amazing. I'm sitting on this ridge just looking out at beautiful mountains, and everything's a little foggy and a little overcasty, but it still hasn't rained today or hailed, so I'm in really good mood. I'm in high spirits. I felt bad about going so long without recording. I got low battery as well, so if this cuts off, I might have to just pick up again later. Not sure when that's going to happen because I'm not really paying attention to the screen here. I don't have too much more to say. I had a really good time off. It was 10 days. Got to see everybody, and High Sierra Music Festival was so much fun, man. I loved it so much, and I just had too much fun probably. But it really was good to get back on trail and get back in the rhythm of things, and started having a little knee issue yesterday, but I think with the right amount of, pacing myself and elevating my legs and taking ibuprofen, I think I'm going to be okay to keep doing 20s into Sierra City. I think I'm only 60 miles away now, so 2.5 days, maybe 3. And I'm super excited about it. I'm having a really great day, and it's been amazing. I'm trying to think if there was anything between Tuolumne and the other thing. We did get checked for bear cans on the way down, and Tejas saved my butt on that, so I didn't get a ticket. But some of the other people we were with got a ticket down there at Benson Lake. Also, if you're in the Sierras, go to Benson Lake. If you're near Yosemite, go to Benson Lake. It is so amazing. We did 4 miles in there and then Nero'd really hard, so well worth it. Beautiful place, spectacular. Really love Benson Lake. Not too much in between there. I really kind of hate that I can wrap up what happened in the last 2.5 weeks in 15 minutes because there's so much that's happened, and it's just so hard to capture all of it. So hopefully I get back on that recording kick, and hopefully I can maybe catch up with Oso and Hatchet later and talk to them too on the podcast. That'd be great to introduce some new characters. We've been lacking with new characters and solid one-on-one interviews, so really I've been just lacking with recording in general, so gonna get back on that recording wagon. And and I hope that time apart wasn't too much, and I'm gonna try to capture more of that stuff that goes on in between. And too, also in the next week and 2 weeks here of recording, I should maybe be able to pull up some stuff that maybe I've left out or is fading away from my memory right now that I can't fully grasp. But so much situations. Obviously, hiking every day, you're just going through the most amazing landscape possible. So I hit my 3-month anniversary on July 4th. That was super cool. It felt really good. 3 months. I'm not fully halfway yet, but the next 3 months, the terrain is about to really change on us. I got my legs under me, and I think I'm a little bit more dialed in with my backpack and my food situation. Got rid of a few things, dropped some weight, and I'm just doing really good. high spirits, very positive, just trying to manifest a beautiful sunny day right now. It's not doing so well, but my manifestation powers are getting better and better every day. So I wouldn't expect any bad weather tomorrow because I'm going to be practicing all night. Man, I don't have much to say, and I feel like I'm talking in circles. My jacuzzi has gone out, so I'm going to relight my jacuzzi. I'm going to turn the podcast off, and I'm going to start hiking my butt on down Granite Chief Wilderness, man. It is beautiful. Today I've hiked 13 and a half miles before lunch, so that would set me up to do about a 27 today. The elevation up ahead is pretty mellow until the end of the day, but with this knee I'm going to keep an eye on it. Anything over 20 I'm going to be satisfied with, but I have a feeling that I'll just keep taking some sweet breaks and hanging out, meeting some new people, and just really enjoying all of this beautiful, beautiful country. It's amazing. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to start hiking, and I'm going to rock and roll. Thank you so much for listening and being patient with my giant gaps in between recordings. Oh, and just being the special, amazing humans that you are. I love you so much. Goodbye. Goodbye.